Sweet.
Okay, good. So guys, welcome to Hot Week number 11. A lot of idle things, not much has been going on. I've been doing real life stuff. I'm here with Goss today. We're going to be talking about, I guess, T1 League and International 3. So Gods, introduce yourself. I don't think you need, but
I'm Gods. I'm currently from Beyond the Summit. I've been casting for quite some time, I guess, and here I am. Glad you invited me on.
yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you. Actually, a lot of people have been turning me down, like, no, I don't have the time, and well, people in esports, I think, always have the time, but G1 League. You're the go-to man. You, Winter, and LD. You're on that. What's like Liquid and Alliance actually qualifying for the LAN event? What's good, bad thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for the Western scene. I think it's really cool that G1 League is actually getting Western teams there. They were the first big Chinese tournament to have a English casters for one thing, which was their last season, which was what I started with. Then this season they're actually bringing Western teams to the event, so it's a pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. I'm excited to see how Alliance do. Liquid have been playing really well, and pretty much everyone agrees right now these are the two top teams in Europe and America.
Yeah, I was watching. Of course, I was watching your games, or not your games, but Liquid and Fnatic and Alliance's games, and they were all pretty amazing. And I was wondering if you think that because you've of course been down in the Asian scene a lot more than a lot of the other casters have, and do you think they stand a legitimate chance against these Asian teams? Because of course we've been seeing a lot of, well, I would say dominance from the Chinese and especially the Asian scene.
I find it hard to believe anyone has a good chance of beating IG in a best of five.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
IG are just that good, but you put them against DK or LGD, I would give Alliance at least a 50-50 chance. Alliance have been playing some amazing Dota. They're looking like a really solid team. So I wouldn't call them underdogs going in against those teams. Anyone going against IG is an underdog. For Liquid, they're definitely going as underdogs. So I don't think they're playing well. They're a solid team, but I don't think people are putting them on the same level as LGD and DK. Whereas teams may be doing that with Alliance. So I think Liquid have a lot more to prove. At the same time, there's a lot less pressure on them. There's so much pressure on Alliance because one, they qualified as the number one seed, and two, everyone's looking at them as the best team in the West right now. So if they go to G1 League Land Finals and get destroyed, it's going to be really hard for the Western scene. They'll be like, oh crap, TI3 could go ugly.
Yeah. Again, I guess like I wasn't gonna say like last year, but it was kind of. I was kind of iffy when I saw like, oh, there's only one Western team out of, yeah, that's sad. But again, how do you think they're gonna fare? I mean, it's been scarred with the LAN events. I mean, we have seen Alliance do well at like the DreamHack and so on. But how do you think they're gonna fare at in China?
I I would predict them to get third. Is if I made a prediction right now. I think the finals is going to be IG versus DK. I think Alliance can get third, LGD fourth, and then fifth and sixth will be probably Orange fifth and Liquid sixth. I I know not showing much patriot. Well, not really patriotism. I'm not,
But yeah, yeah.
not showing much favor towards the Liquid boys. Or I mean, to give them some credit, they're an amazing team. But this is five other amazing teams they're going up
Yeah.
against. Someone's going to have to finish sixth, and Liquid just it's their first big land as a team right now, and I think you can't really expect them to finish more than fifth or sixth. But they could always surprise. That's the great thing about lands is that you get these sort of great storylines when a team who no one really gave a shot suddenly does fantastically. But I'm predicting, yeah, IG DK grand finals with IG taking it, and then third going to Alliance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, and I mean, big a national transition from that. We're about the roster changes, like Empire getting new roster changes, DD Dota, Mouse, as well as I think the latest one is what was that? That was Synderen and who was it more? Oh damn, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, there's been quite a few roster changes.
Yeah. But
KP had a couple, but they
yeah,
didn't get invited to the qualifier, which is unfortunate for them.
yeah. And of course, e.g. Malk actually retiring as a player, which is kind of huge. Do you think this will have any positive slash negative effect that changing all the teams? I mean, so early for TA3 is going to have an
Uh,
effect?
for all these teams, it's about making the strongest possible roster for the qualifier. Obviously, all these roster changes are coming from teams who didn't get invited. There's some invited teams who had roster changes which are maybe a month or 6 weeks ago, if you look at teams like Navi or whoever. But all these teams are just thinking we've got to make a team which has the best chance of winning the qualifier. And I think most teams have sort of accomplished that, bringing in someone like Syndrome with his experience into mouse sports. For Empire, it seemed more like they had some internal disputes with back when Goblak and Silent left. I don't think that was about, hey, our team's going to be better if we make this mixed Russian French team in the case
Yeah.
of DD, or in the case of Empire, it's I don't, where's Twister from? He's Dutch, is he? Or
Oh, he's
something?
from Finland, I actually think, or
Oh,
he's
Finland, yeah.
Norwegian. Finland or Norwegian, I think. Yeah, but yeah, I
They've
don't.
got a weird mix. I mean, you've got a Scandinavian, you've got Russians, and
Yeah,
then who was the fifth now? I can't remember
we
who's their
have
fifth.
Light of Heaven. I don't know.
Light of
Light of
Heaven
Heaven is.
joined.
I mean, but
Mitch, the
oh,
Serbian
Mitch.
guy.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Is Serbian or Croatian? I have to be clear on that. I need to
Yeah.
make sure I get that one right since they don't always get along. But yeah, Mitch was the other guy who joined. So they've got a very diverse team, and I'm sure ideally they'd have an all-Russian team, but it seems like Goblak and Silent didn't get along with the rest of the team, so the team split in half. Luckily for Goblak and Silent, they found another team that actually got into the qualifier. So to me, Empire is basically Empire plus three. Like it's two of the original members. Vigos also left with
Yeah.
three new players, and DD's also basically Empire plus three because you've still got two Empire members with the three French guys there. So I don't think either team was more deserving of the invite slot than the other, really. Although obviously the original Empire picked up Light of Heaven, but
Yeah, but
the
yeah.
three Frenchies won DreamHack. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of an. I mean, I don't know what actually went into that whole Empire thingy, but just all of a sudden there was this really huge turmoil. I was like, okay, what is? I thought they were not stable as such because I mean, what in Dota 2 is stable, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Um, do we have anything else? We do have the well prediction for TI3. I guess is the obvious question.
for the qualifiers or for
Yeah,
the
for the
main
qualifiers,
event?
not the entire event, but the qualifiers. The qualifiers got
Pop
up
up
today, I guess,
brackets
right?
quickly. For the Western qualifiers, since they're happening first,
Yeah,
ooh, Western qualifiers is so impossible to predict because so many of these teams are new teams. Everyone who I've been hearing is predicting EG, but I kind of worry for EG. I don't know if EG will get out. It's going to be very close. It'll be borderline for them, I feel. Um, I don't think Absolute Legends will. I think Mouse Sports are a team who could surprise Rox Kiss. I would give Rox Kiss top two.
yeah.
I'm predicting
Roxkiss is
Kiss to
definitely
advance.
one of the stronger teams in that.
Empire, I don't have a clue how good they're going to be. IC Cup, I don't think they'll get out. QPad,
We're gonna see
QPad,
some amazing plays though from
yeah,
QPad.
QPad are a similar team to EG. They're good, but it's the question of are they actually good enough and good enough on like a high pressure. This is a chance to go to TI3
Hmm.
kind of state. So as as much as I don't want to say I mean, no hate towards the French or anything. It may actually be DD. I think Roxkiss and DD both have a really good chance. Um, I would say those are my two picks. It's I don't know why, but those are the two teams which stand out to me. But I don't think anyone can reliably say this is what's going to happen in the Western qualifier. The Eastern qualifier, so much easier to predict. Maybe it's just me because I obviously cast Eastern games. I'm sure there's probably people who are specialists in the Western scene who are like, oh, these two teams are going to advance, or at least everyone thinks EG is going to advance, which I think there's a good case for, but there's a good case towards all the teams. For the Eastern qualifier, the big names which stand out, Tongfu, Vici Gaming, and Rattlesnake. Those three teams are going to be probably fighting over the two spots.
Yeah.
I would say I think Vici Gaming may miss out. I think Tongfu and Rattlesnake are going to
Don't
take it.
say that. I'm a long CSMJ follower.
Oh,
Please don't say
me
that.
too. Me too. I would love more than anything to see ZSMJ at TI3, but I feel Rattlesnake are just
Too
like
strong.
Rattlesnake impressed me so much. They are such a good team, and Tongfu is more just a hunch because Tongfu have not been impressing anyone. But you look at this roster, you look at how they played last TI2 qualifier,
Yeah.
you look at how they played at TI2 when they finished top 8, beating all the Western teams apart from Na'Vi. You got to say this is a team who can do well. I think it'll be Tongfu and Vici Gaming fighting for the second spot.
Yeah, I really hope. I want to see it. I want to see a Dusa, man. I want to see a Dusa again. I want to
Oh,
like see
bring it back. Yeah.
changing the metagame. Um, do we have anything more? Well, we have the EMS 1 Season 2 schedule for May, which is also quite huge. A lot of things are happening in May. Um,
Yeah. It'll be a
with
busy month.
Roxkiss, Alliance, AL, Rat in the Dark, Mouse Sports, Fnatic, and Na'Vi. Or you think like Na'Vi? I've been seeing less and less of Na'Vi. Like they're not doing as much, I guess, as the old team was, um, winning and so on. I mean, it's kind of a standstill for me, for Na'Vi. I was a huge fan, but now it's like, I'm
I think they're still like a hugely popular team. I mean, the most popular Western team. They still bring the biggest numbers, but they're no longer considered number one.
no.
I think everyone considers Alliance number one. I know there was a Team Liquid power ratings which had Liquid as number two. I think number two is kind of like there's 3 or 4 teams you could say all are maybe there's an argument for number two, but putting Navi number one you can't justify anymore. I think you can justify having Navi as the second best team in the West above Liquid, but Alliance hands down best team in the West right now.
Yeah. Dum 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 dum. Well. What was the what was your thoughts on the like? Do you have any inside knowledge about the TI3 event, or are you guys still like on?
I can't share inside knowledge, man.
Oh come on, you're on
I
stream. You can share it with me. It's
no,
fine.
I don't have anything. I imagine it'll be somewhat similar in structure to the last TI2,
Oh yeah.
as far as casters go, analysts, teams. I mean, obviously the teams are all known, but as far as the overall format, I think they may restructure it. So there's because last year they had that big preliminary event. They may look to have it something a lot shorter and different this year. I'm not 100% sure. I actually don't have any inside information
Oh
there.
fuck. Damn.
So you're asking the wrong person.
Oh damn. I thought you were the man. You were the man.
I'll send you Ice Frog's home number after the stream goes off.
Well, I have Bruno on my Skype, so it's fine.
Well, do you want his home number?
Oh, really? You have his home number? Wow, it's pretty amazing. Um, I guess China's received Dota 2. I guess is that the proper? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, they've received Dota 2. Do you think this is gonna have a positive, negative effect towards the Western scene? Because I mean, I guess more people are gonna be playing Dota 2, and I mean the Chinese are renowned for playing extremely well. Um, or do you think that those who already want to go competitive already have the key for Dota 2?
All the competitive teams, the top competitive teams, have a key. So it'll just help grow the scene. It's not going to change the competitive scene overnight. It will obviously in the long term, if you look 2, 3 years from now when new teams are cropping up, but it's nothing that's going to affect anything over the next year as far as the competitive Chinese scene goes. But who knows? You'll get more players, and it's just you need China to pick up Dota 2 and have it be big there.
Yeah. And then a lot of hype has been going around that EG not receiving an invite. I mean, considering their results from Fierce interview, he's actually said that it's actually okay to let other Western teams receive the invite, despite EG being, well, I guess they were at Tier 1 and Tier 2 as well. So what are your thoughts? Is it justified from Valve inviting DD Dota, or sorry, who was it? Who was it they were inviting instead of EG? Um, I can't remember the exact team, but there was a lot of upset about the invite because, of course, EG is they have a lot of strong players.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You were phasing out there. I was like, just
um,
talking. Yeah.
no,
EG
no,
not getting the invite.
Yeah. Okay.
Was
Yeah.
good, bad things. You think that was justified from Valve?
It's a wake up. It's a wake up call for EG. They haven't been performing well. They've got a new roster. I mean, Malk just is no longer the captain. So
Yeah.
I think all things considered, it was quite obviously the right decision to make.
Well, the 10 minutes, 15 minutes are about to actually run out. So if you have any final shout-outs to the fans.
Well, big thanks to everyone who supports me, and a bigger thanks to Valve for once again organizing such a fantastic event. I think Valve aren't given enough credit for all that goes into it. I know a lot of people maybe lash back at Valve because they're unhappy their favorite team didn't get invited. They're unhappy they didn't get invited to the main event or the qualifier, but realistically, it's such a tough decision that Valve had to make here, and whatever decision they go with, people are going to complain. So, end of the day, thank Valve, love Valve, and keep playing Dota 2.
Yes, I guess that's the bottom line. Just keep playing Dota 2. Just some official shoutouts. We're gonna be giving giveaways on the stream. For those of you who are interested, you have to come to the live stream. It's not actually enough to go to the YouTube channel. Of course, this is gonna be on YouTube and also Twitch.tv. And thanks Phantoms and of course the sponsors Spire, Blue Elf, and I can't pronounce that because that's in Portuguese, so I don't really I don't really know what that is. But and thanks Gods of course for joining me. If you have any suggestions for the next host that I'm going to be having, co-host, please do let me know, and of course Gods can also let me know which kind of host he wants next time. And hopefully you'll be joining me again, but not too soon because I don't want to repeat myself and have the same host in as many times as possible. So yeah,
Sounds
guys,
good.
that was it. See ya. Oh, I can't shut the stream down.